cool. Also, the sexual tension with her and Devilman, like she wants to fuck him bad for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah,
right?
there is some tension there. I definitely felt
Then
that.
you learn that it's actually a weird kind of love triangle because that fucking weird rhinoceros wants to fuck her.
Yeah, okay.
And then hold on, they merge to become the creepiest centaur I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. So I will say, okay.
Dude, what is that thing, man? What is that thing, dude?
All right, we ready?
I guess. I guess. I mean, I don't have a lot of background on this, but
Just make some shit up. See if anyone calls you on it. See if anyone calls you on it.
okay.
Ready?
And welcome to Anime Shmanime.
We're back.
We are back. Yeah.
We are back, yeah. I still wanted to be part of what was going on.
You are.
Yes, you are back.
Welcome back,
Yes.
Jordy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We didn't miss you.
Well, I listened to the episode and you said multiple times that you did.
Well, I mean,
We were lying to the Shweebs.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, these guys just admitted to being liars. So take everything they say with a
well,
grain of
you
salt.
weren't here.
I never lie to you.
You lie all the
I
time.
only tell the truth.
I'm a big fat liar, and Jordy's really smart. How you like that?
That's true. That's the truth, actually.
How you like that?
That's the truth.
Anyway, we're still feeling kind of Halloween-y, so we're doing Devilman.
Devilman,
And this one goes out to fucking Carlos.
my dude.
Yeah, dude.
From time.
Yeah, this dude.
Carlos?
Yeah.
Carlos, are you out there? Carlos, can you hear
Carlos
me?
or Carlo?
What's Carlo?
Carlo?
Carlo. Yeah.
You can hear me, right? Carlo, you owe me something for this one.
Wow.
Okay, let me say, you owe me a beer or a dinner or something when we meet. Like, you owe me for this one. Man.
Okay, so we did watch this in dub.
Because Carlo insisted.
Yeah, Carlo insisted that we watch this in dub.
You have to, he said you have to watch the dub.
He's
Yes.
right, though.
And
He's
I
right.
was going to say,
Yeah.
you know what? This is maybe one of the few times where I'm like,
Yeah.
you do have to watch the dub.
Yes.
Not for the reason you think, though.
No.
And I don't think that we should necessarily say that like you should only watch the dub.
Sure.
Yeah.
In fact, I was almost a little angry at points because I was like, damn, like I might have kind of dug this if it wasn't sounding the way that it sounds, right?
This is not a show that's about digging it, though.
No, but you don't understand. Devilman is actually like a very prolific series.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right? Like it is
popular.
It is not only popular, it's been out since like, I don't know, like the one that we watched, guys, is the OVA. There's part 1 and 2.
The 70s.
Yeah, it's been out since the 70s.
Yeah, the
okay.
manga. came out
It
in
definitely
Yeah.
feels like the 70s.
Yeah, but this was what, 80 something?
the OVA was
Yeah.
Yes, it was in the 80s. Correct.
But this has spurred on so much as far as body horror goes.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't have Parasite the Maxim if it wasn't for Devilman.
Interesting.
You wouldn't have like all these kind of body horror anime
Yeah.
or mangas if it wasn't for Devilman. And what's crazy is this is a shonen. Like it came out in like the shonen mags.
I mean, it's a seinen, I guess. 'cause
seinen, but yeah,
this definitely wouldn't be targeted at kids, but
It's pretty bloody.
you're
Lot
right.
of
not only
F-bombs.
just bloody, but like totally
But you're right. Though.
fucked up.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
like in structure, though, it feels very much like your classic shonen. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Boy is chosen to be the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
Finds his powers, learns to control them, defeats the big bad.
Yeah.
That's like the recipe here, and we're
Yeah,
getting it.
pretty much, yeah.
It's just but you're also right, Mikey. Like this was kind of like a gore godfather for anime, right? Like, don't get me wrong, there was some other brutal anime at the time, but like this was 87 for part 1 and 1990 for part 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a long difference in between.
Good 3 years, yeah. But
Interesting.
But I mean, keep in mind, like at the time, like Dragon Ball was just getting going,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that was considered gritty and
Yeah.
and obviously a bit more violent. but
This is next level
nothing
compared to
to
that.
this.
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing full blown disembowelments, intestines flopping on the ground. Like this
Yeah.
is like really like gory shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Booby teeth. Booby teeth.
There are several titties.
You love that, Mikey. That gave Mikey the fear boner.
Yeah.
This
He
one,
needed it.
this one doesn't give me the fear boner in the same
Just gave
way.
you a regular old boner.
No, fuck you, man.
No fear involved at all.
Yeah.
Tradition.
Just feeling it.
Just
a
feeling
tradition,
it.
tradition.
Deep
Yeah.
down in the
bone.
bowels. Okay, for my description on this one, I'm going to bring back something you guys got mad at me for before in a previous episode, but I'm going to bring Venom back
Okay.
with a sprinkling of Spawn, and I'm going to ask if any of you guys know Altered Beast.
Yes.
Yes.
Altered Beast, big time in this show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me this one's more Venom than the last time.
It's not really because it's like they just become.
He
like
fuses
this
with a thing, and sometimes he's part the thing, and
It's
sometimes he's
more
part himself.
venom. It's more venom. There's more tongue and teeth in this one.
Okay,
and-
yes, but it's not like it's a symbiote that like can come off of him.
No, it's not
he's-
another being.
fused.
Yeah.
It's not another being.
Yeah.
No, I
It is,
get
though.
that.
It's a devil. That's not
Yeah,
him.
it's
and they fuse.
Amon or whatever his name is.
Yeah, but like they basically become one. Like they're not having full blown conversations the way like Eddie Brock and Venom are
That's
having
true.
like
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
full dialogue. You know what I
Alright.
mean? Like
Yeah, you're
there
right.
might be
Yeah.
a little internal, contemplation going on between them, but like
Sure.
it's not as on the nose. But
He can also like sometimes just like develop like morph parts,
Yes.
which is a Spawn thing too, right? Like just
Definitely.
a piece of Devilman comes out of him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, we're gonna spoil the fuck out of this.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
if you don't know by now.
yeah.
Also, if you're starting with this episode,
You're dumb.
Oh my
God.
god.
Yeah.
This is.
it's a weird
Yeah,
one to
this
start
is a
with.
weird one to start. Well, so here's the thing. So when growing up, I knew about Devilman, and I've seen little clips of it when I was growing up. It's
How
kind
old
of,
were you though? Because this might explain a lot.
Oh yeah, I was probably like 10.
Prime titty hunting age.
Tell me more about your
So-
fear boner.
So it was more like I didn't see all the craziness that happened because I remember seeing like the toys,
okay.
like the clips, the trailers, because you wouldn't see all that kind of stuff. But I was always interested, and with this one, his skin tone's different, right? So he in a later one where it was like a crossover between Cyborg 009, which is another anime, and a really prevalent one too. His skin is blue.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Kind of bluish green. And then you have like Devilman, like Crybaby, which is another, like, it takes this to like the next level of animation.
All right.
That's a new one though on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
that
okay,
just
okay.
came out very recently. It's
like
kind of a
3-4
reboot.
years ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of like
Yeah.
a bit of a reboot,
Classic.
reinvigoration of the series, and
Yeah.
they went hard on the art style. Whereas this one, it's like
I mean, hard for the time a little bit.
Yeah, for the time for this.
sure,
A little bit.
80s.
I mean, but we also have seen some animes from this that are like groundbreaking, like feast for the eyes kind of shit. So you
Yes.
can't say they went that hard.
well, that's the thing with this one is like I think it had all the grit and it had all the attitude and it had all of the darkness that you can tell that they were going for. For me, it just didn't have the polish. It didn't have that identity and that style.
Yeah, but this isn't a
that-
feature film like any
No,
of the
but like
movies out
Dragon
there.
Ball Z had style. Dragon Ball Z had identity. Dragon Ball Z had a very distinct, recognizable style. For me, this felt like stylistically very derivative of like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like looks wise, right? Concept wise, and like obviously the design of Devilman is very unique and very, very divisive. I personally
Yeah.
fucking hate it. I can't stand the way he looks.
Why?
It's just laughable, man. It's just like I don't know. It just looks like some really like
Dude, he looks like what's that fucking creature from fantasy where it's like half goat, half man?
A fawn?
the fawn.
Yeah.
He looks like a fawn?
Is that what it is?
And that's a point
the-
for it?
well, I mean, they get kind of creepy.
I mean, I guess you can
was
draw
like-
them creepy.
All I'm saying is like this here like the human animation felt very much like the Sunrise work at the time. So like a lot of the Gundam stuff at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So your human animation and character design is really nothing special. Their costume design and fashion design in this is so 80s that it makes me want to fucking punch my TV. Like the the white T-shirt with like the sleeves rolled up,
Yes.
tucked into the black jeans.
Yes.
like fucking like it was just like
Greasers.
Yeah, greasers. Very.
Yeah, but like Greasers out of time because Greasers was like a 50 thing. 50s
It did.
thing.
It did
Oh,
feel
yeah.
a lot like 70s throwback. I was getting. Do you guys know Ralph Bakshi? He's
Yes,
American.
100%.
And there's
Yeah.
a lot of that in here too.
Yeah.
That kind
But-
of hedonistic kind of shit going
but
on.
that makes sense though, right?
Yeah.
What you're saying because the manga came out in the 70s.
Yeah.
So it would have like looked back that far
Yeah.
from that influence, right?
It just like to me like it didn't feel like it had that anime style, like that anime edge that a lot of other things did at the time. Like I said, the Gundam stuff, the Dragon Ball stuff, that stuff that was coming out at the time. This felt like I don't really know how to put it. It felt a little lost in trying to find its style and its identity. You could tell by like the way he moved, the way that he fought, like a lot of his like move sets. Don't get me wrong, the creature design in this is fucking mind-blowingly good.
Some psychedelic shit
Okay,
going
so
on.
Some
that's
really
what I was gonna
crazy
say.
cool dark monster design in this, and like a lot of the dark imagery in this is really cool. But you could tell they did not know how to do like a proper protagonist that was like likable. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
Yeah.
there's nothing likable about.
He's just
about
a
him in
regular
this.
dude, and after Devilman, he's a regular dude with eyeliner.
Well, it's so
And
weird
and
too,
a creepy
right?
weird voice. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
It's
because
just
he
like-
does a complete 180 once he's possessed, right?
really does,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
But I don't find either of his personas to be that like intriguing, really.
Sure.
Not in the way that like Goku was to me, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Or like
Yeah.
or Char Aznable, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But-
like
but-
there's just
He's archetypes you've seen before.
But Char has a lot more depth to him, right? And Goku is kind of one-dimensional at the end of the day.
but I like that one dimension better than
Either
than
of this guy's
either of
dimensions.
this guy's dimensions.
That's-
It just felt like they were struggling to get like a decent hero. I'm
Well,
like
you're-
all these villains are
Yeah.
cool as fuck.
You're not. I think with this one, you're not going in looking for a cool protagonist.
It's
I
called
think,
Devilman.
well,
You want a Devilman.
yeah. Quite. You're gonna get literally a Devilman, but it's. I think it's all about those monsters, the body horror, seeing those images that you haven't seen before, especially at the time, right? So
In those
Yeah.
ways, it's
Yeah.
definitely
I think
successful.
Yeah.
making him simpler was kind of like making him a counterpoint to all those devils. If you want to give them
It's
some credit, I'd say
true,
maybe
yeah.
that's the point. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you want your audience to identify with the
Yeah.
more human character as opposed to the monstrous
Yeah, I mean, like
villains.
he still is at its core the boy next door, right? So he's still like a guy that looks like guys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But that was the thing is like I feel like you got that humanity from him in his normal guy form, and if you want to play with that, every once in a while he'd get all attitudey and he'd get eyeliner all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and then he'd say something dirty like
sexy shit to his
let me
girlfriend.
soak your tits.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he'd say something like that,
And she's like, I wish
she
she'd soak my tits.
Yeah, that's-
which was also weird.
that was one of the weirdest
yeah,
things.
yeah. But like, so like you have that, and like I think his human side humanizes him. When he goes Devilman, I would rather he went like full blown like monster, like go all the way because you can.
Well-
here they stop short, and he ends up looking.
Stop short.
He ends up kind of looking like he should be like on a pride float.
You know what he looks like? He looks like one of the Thundercats.
Oh,
Sure.
a little bit actually. Now that
There's-
you mention it.
Yeah.
There's
like a little like rawr.
That's what I mean.
What the fuck?
Like I don't mean this like as a negative at all. It's simply an observation. But there's
Yeah.
definitely like a 1980s homoeroticism to his design
All right, maybe
Yeah.
that I think is just kind of overwhelming.
could be.
And it just threw me, man. I was just like, I just don't buy this guy as a hero
Yeah.
of anything. I was just laughing every single time he showed up.
I don't
enough.
think he's really a hero. He's more like an anti-hero.
He's a bit of an anti-hero.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, his job is to defeat the demons, and in order to do that, he has to be a human merged with a demon. And so they couldn't make him full demon because then he's not a human merged with a demon anymore. He's
Yeah.
full demon. You know what I mean?
The nuance is lost, man. Dude,
Yeah.
there are so many awesome modern animes that have this premise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where unassuming
Yeah.
innocent guy merges with dark power
Jujutsu Kaisen.
and then uses the power
Yeah.
to do good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
JJK is a very
Aaron Yeager
Yeah.
Yep.
can transform into the monster of the whole series.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he does that, is he still chatting it up with Mikasa and Armin?
No.
No.
No, he is full-blown psychotic fucking monster mode.
Yeah,
There
you
is no
prefer that.
shutting him down.
Yeah.
And that is so much more intriguing to me and interesting to me.
See, but how
if they
is
had
that
made
more...
if they had made Aaron just be shirtless,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I gotta cut you off there because it's like, how is that much more interesting? Because you're just going from one side of the spectrum to the other. Isn't it more nuanced when you have somebody that is really in the middle and battling both sides?
And to be
No,
fair,
because
there's
in order for nuance to exist, you need to exist at both extremes of the spectrum in order to find that middle ground. Devilman never leaves that middle ground. You never get full devil.
you never
And
even
that's
see
why
the
it's
full
interesting
demon
to
that
me.
he merged
Yes.
with.
Because you
never
get
saw
you
that.
get a full spectrum of a human being when you get their most human side and then their most monstrous side. I never really got either of those extremes out of him. He ends up finding this middle ground once he merges with Devilman, where he's kind of just this like
dickhead.
eyeliner dickhead,
Yeah.
and he's not really any different when he looks like that than when he looks like his normal self.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
like that, but ripping
That's what I
demons
mean.
apart.
Like
yeah.
they find that zone to stick him in, and then he's just that guy
That
for
guy.
the whole time.
yeah.
You know what? Though I would say his buddy. What's his name? Fucking.
Oh, I forget his name too. The blonde guy.
Blonde guy.
Yeah, I loved him.
Rio.
Yeah,
Rio.
Rio. Yeah, he gives me total Char vibes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
I liked Rio actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish he got some sort of powers.
I think he does.
Ooh.
Well,
Just saying.
technically, yeah. I mean, he had some weird telepathy thing going on.
I think he fucking merged with a demon and he's being sneaky about it. I think he's, if anything, again, I don't know fucking anything.
Yeah,
But to me, he's the antagonist of the series. They set him up to be that.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
well, he
I
just
could be
like
wrong, but,
tells
like-
you like, of course we're gonna have to make these people lose their rationale, and you
Yeah.
know, I brought them all here to fuck each other and do
Yeah.
drugs.
Get into it, buddy.
buddy. Yeah. Stop
Buddy.
being a pussy. Like literally says that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He literally. Yes. He literally says, "Stop being a pussy."
like. Okay, I guess we should talk about the dub for a
We're
few
way
minutes.
ahead. Yeah, you want to talk about the dub? I have like little lines of it peppered in through the plot too, but like
Yeah.
this dub is fucking bonkers, bro.
Dude, I thought I was watching a fucking bad kung fu movie.
I actually loved it. I actually loved it. I think that part of the charm of this movie
Yeah.
is it's an accidental comedy. It's not
It is-
supposed to be funny,
Yeah.
but I laughed my fucking ass off, dude.
You know what? It's an accidental comedy to us now, but I
Yeah.
mean at the time, like it
Yeah.
was horror. But I would say there's parts where they're literally their lips aren't moving at all. They're just open.
And like a fuck button comes out, like something
You know?
like that. Yeah.
Or just like these weird sentences, and it's exactly like an old school kung fu dub movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But not only that, it feels like when they recorded the dub for this, the two people when they're talking to each other did it separately on their own without actually watching.
Guaranteed that is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Absolutely felt like there was no monitor.
Yeah.
In this equation
They
at
just-
all. They were given a script,
And they just spoke in the script.
All right.
A
Read
director
it.
in the room, maybe at best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say it like this.
Yeah.
But not only that, that room was a college dorm,
Yeah.
and it was two guys crushing beers,
Yeah.
dubbing every voice in the entire thing.
You know what though?
Just the two of them.
That sounds like a good ass time.
It-
Just saying.
Are
Yeah.
we gonna do like a fucking dub over for one of our episodes?
we should do our own dub.
yeah.
Of something.
God
That would be
damn.
hilarious. Can we do that?
Yeah, you guys
Goddamn.
tell us, Shweebs, tell us if you guys want us to
We'll
dub
get a couple
something.
beers. We'll live stream doing it.
It's no, it's something else for sure. And I mean, at the time, like English dubs were really hard to come by.
Yeah, it's true.
They weren't common. They were oftentimes done by fans.
Yeah.
They were circulated by fans. You were lucky if you could come across one. So they weren't done by high-end studios.
Right.
Like it wasn't until really like the early 90s when like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z got brought over that like Deke got in the picture and all these Canadian production companies got in the picture and started doing like
This
some
is like
solid
low
dubs.
budget OG.
Oh yeah.
OG dubs, right?
Yeah.
But like this is even prior to that. It feels like this literally, it must be official, but it honestly feels like a fan dub.
Yeah.
Like
I liked it.
that's how bad it is.
Honestly, this movie you'll see later would have got a way lower score if it wasn't for that charm.
and
the dub charm.
Oh yeah, big time for me.
in some ways, I definitely agree. Like I think
Yeah.
by the end, I was enjoying it for the dialogue more
Yeah.
than anything.
For sure.
Just shoot it.
Yeah.
But I really think it would have hit me differently if I had just watched it in Japanese,
Sure.
entirely differently.
Yeah, I would agree for sure. It because of the dub, accidental comedy, like you said,
It
Jordy,
changes
like
the whole
yeah.
vibe.
It makes it a good vibe.
I don't
makes
know
a
about
good
that.
vibe.
You know what? It's weird. I think I can see it from your point of view, where it's like it's almost more palatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of that, because the horror aspect is so wild and out of this world.
And it's outdated,
And it's also outdated.
right? So
Where-
it wouldn't hit as hard
No.
as it would have intended to when I saw it when it first got released. You know what I mean?
I like things to pick, like decide what are you going to be?
Yeah.
Are you going to be funny? Am
Yeah.
I laughing at this?
It wa-
Or
that's
am
what
I
this
like
picked.
creeped out and like kind of
No, this
unnerved
picked
by
funny.
this?
It, by mistake. It accidentally picked funny.
The dub is funny.
Yeah.
Unequivocally, the dub is funny. There's no debate about that. But I don't know if Go Nagai set out to make something that was funny.
No.
He didn't, and that's
absolutely
why
not.
my note on my final score in the end is all my reasons for giving this points would have deeply offended the creators.
Right.
For sure.
Which like, you know, like we'll get into it obviously, and we might change my mind by the end of this. For that reason, I hate this actually.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. You're a little bit of a purist at
Like,
heart
I
when it comes to
really-
the art
yeah,
form.
you
hate
really
this.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, like Carlo, like you owe me, dude. Like for me to sit down and have watched this and now spend the equal amount of time discussing it.
Yeah.
I hate you, bro.
Jay's not having a good time.
Jay is sour as fuck right now.
That said, I did laugh a lot while watching this. It wasn't intention. It wasn't the intention of the creators at all.
Do you want to give us some backstory on Devilman real quick, and then we'll move forward into getting into it?
I don't have a lot on this, to be honest. I didn't research that deeply into it because
Because you were sour about it. and a
you were
little grumpy?
sour.
well, yeah, I'm just over it.
I mean, like, it is a very prolific.
I will say there's a
fucking-
lot. If you guys want to research Devilman, there's a lot to research here. We could get into
The manga,
the
being
manga, the
crazy too.
the movies. I'm pretty sure there's some video games.
Yep.
There are even like music, like audio album, like audio only outputs that are based off the Devilman.
Like audio
franchise.
dramas?
No, like music, like
Like
songs.
music that's
Yeah,
like
just
inspired by the world
like
of Devilman.
OSTs. Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bonkers.
But either way, Go Nagai is a very prolific manga artist, and he is the creator of Devilman. And he made his professional debut in 1967 with Miyakashi Polikichi, but is best known for creating the popular 1970s manga and anime series Cutie Honey, which is very popular for people that are into like the old 70s style stuff. And another big one was Mazinger Z.
Oh yeah.
Which is like an old mecha, but it was Super Robot.
Yeah,
So
it was that just quickly is the godfather of all mech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Tetsujin, it would, I guess, really be the first time you ever saw a giant robot like in anime form.
Yeah.
Which would have predated Mazinger, but like, yeah, like Mazinger, like a lot of people think of the giant robot, you know, that somebody's piloting inside of. Like Mazinger Z is one of the ones you'd think of, except he was sentient. Right, he was from the genre of robots where they like have a brain. They're not just a
Skynet.
machine of war, right? But yeah, so he's basically credited with creating the super robot genre, just overall. Because Mazinger was kind of, I guess, the first one.
Yeah.
And then also helping pioneer Magical Girl, because Cutie Honey is considered one of the progenitors of the Magical Girl genre.
Okay.
So dude is like very prolific. Like he's, you know, you can even get into his influence on the post-apocalyptic genre, the ecchi genre. Like he was known for his erotica as well. Like he's
You can definitely see that in
absolutely.
Devilman.
There's so many titties in Devilman.
He's a boundary pusher.
Absolutely edgelord.
Yeah.
Edgelord type, 100%. So anyways, a bit of background on the manga. So the manga and the story in general focuses on a high school student named Akira Fudo, who absorbs the powers of the demon called Amon, with the help of his friend Ryo Asuka in order to battle creatures hidden in human society, thus calling himself the Devilman in the process. The series was originally ordered by Toei Animation, heavy hitters, as a toned-down anime version of Nagai's previous manga series, Demon Lord Dante. However, Nagai wrote a darker toned manga in order to alert readers of the dangers of the wars based on how dark the narrative becomes with each of Akira's challenges. So again, this has been adapted a bunch of times. We covered the OVAs, 2 separate OVAs, one, like I said, from 1987, the other from 1990. Each called the Devilman The Birth and Devilman Demon Bird Serene.
Hell yeah.
They were both-
Demon Serene.
They were both released by King Records, which was actually a Japanese record label,
That's badass.
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And also by Bandai Visual. So Bandai getting their fingers in the mix, even back in the 80s. And obviously they'd go on to be co-owners of Dragon Ball and like just so much.
Do these chickens have large talons?
What?
What? Oh, because of her. She does have large talents.
Yeah, she does. Among other things that are also large.
Yes. So they were both developed closely in conjunction with Nagai himself.
Okay, cool.
So he had a lot of influence
He's in
on
there.
it.
Nice.
And it covers basically the original manga, like the first 2 volumes.
Yeah, it's like the origin story.
Yeah.
Right?
So and apparently is quite faithful. Even though they wanted it toned down a little bit from the manga version, Nagai ended up basically coming in and being like,
Nah.
we're gonna make it like I made it.
Yeah, we gotta have the.
We gotta have those titties in there.
He has to ask her if he can scrub her titties.
Soak them.
Yeah, soak them. That's right.
Because apparently
look at the
soaking
panties.
you gotta
titties.
soak your titties.
Like,
bro.
I mean, you could wear different panties,
yeah. So strange.
but I wouldn't mind if she or he.
I
So
wish he
fine.
would. She says.
Yeah,
I wish he would. Yeah.
I wish he would.
The
so fucked up.
Little crazy funny thing just to cap off. The DVD release, the only DVD release originally put out, only included the English dub.
Perfect.
Wow.
Because
you
they knew.
you could only get the Japanese version on VHS
They
from
knew.
like the early 90s, but the DVD that came out in the 2000s was only English dub.
Okay, perfect.
You had no choice,
I
dude.
love it. It's better that way.
Well, this is
That's why we had to watch it, because that's how everyone had to watch it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Carlo was saying, like, when we were talking about this, he had the VHS and he's actually never seen the second part.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he wanted us to
Oh,
just
man,
do
he
the
missed
first.
out.
No,
Wait, hold on. Are you selling? Sorry, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
She's so mad.
Finish what you're saying. Finish what you're saying.
No, when he found us the link, you can actually watch the whole thing on YouTube. He was like, I never actually watched the second part, but now I've seen it.
Okay, so he suffered
Oh,
with us, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So now he has seen the second
Yes,
part now.
he's seen it now.
And he still wanted us to cover it.
I was worried for a moment there that somehow, in some twist of fate, that I actually had seen more Devilman than Carlo. And that was going to deeply upset me.
He was going to owe you 2 dinners for that.
If we can be on the same level of Devilman absorption, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
All right, guys. You want to get in, have a quick chat about like the world of Devilman real quick? I think we glossed over a lot of shit already, but like just to recap, like it's a pretty normal earthly world where demons exist on Earth,
Yes.
right?
1980s Japan.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
One
And then
thing,
I mean, they have like that other space because they're at the beginning of the first part. Like it's like all like prehistoric.
Yeah,
But I think that was-
that's back in time,
Okay.
right? That's back in time.
I guess.
I'm pretty
guess.
sure that's back in time because that's what Rio kind of explains to him, right? When he puts the fucking giant demon
Oh, that's
skull
right, that's
on,
right, that's right,
It
that's
sends
right.
him
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in time, right?
Right.
So I'm senpai.
Hey,
Senpai.
for this one,
Yeah.
take it, dude.
Okay, well, I probably have more notes and care more than any of you guys because I thought this was fucking hilarious.
You probably do.
I enjoyed it. I did.
Yeah, I don't doubt.
I did
I
enjoy
don't doubt
it.
One thing I appreciated about this world specifically is there's no extra magic. Just
No.
demons and fucked up demonic shit they can do and not just random humans who can do magic
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. It's simple.
Yeah, I was
You know?
gonna say
It's simple.
It speaks to your simple mind.
It really does.
You know what, Jordy? I'm glad, man.
Thanks, man.
I'm glad.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We kind of talked a bunch about the art. It's very 80s, right? But like
Yes.
to me, it felt a little clean for the time. It was like it wasn't bad animation by any means.
No.
You know what I mean?
It was OVA level
Yeah,
animation.
OVA level animation, but I also think it was a little bit cleaner than that, to be honest.
Sure.
But I think the one that we watched was done in HD.
Probably remastered.
Yeah, remastered.
that
So I
explains
think
why.
that's why.
That's maybe why it looked so clean to me.
Yeah,
Um,
but you'll see as well as we get into some other OVAs from around the same era because
Yeah.
that was like the OVA era.
Okay. There's much cleaner
That,
out there, is what you're
no,
saying.
no, that like this was like kind of
Yeah.
on par for the time
Okay.
as far as like that higher end,
Sick.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
kind of mentioned
almost
that.
movie level.
Yeah, we mentioned that during our Baki episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
right? That whole era or that like kind of decade was all around trying to test the waters.
For sure.
right? And
This
see
felt cleaner than Baki, personally, to me.
What?
Tighter, the animation style.
You know why I think you think that is because
The shitty screen that I watch it on.
that could be very much so.
Yeah.
But I think it's more so the art style.
Yeah.
Is very bold lines.
For sure.
Very solid colors. There's no real nuance.
And I think another reason too is, like I said earlier, this is kind of reminiscent, and it seemed to take some from like a lot of the Western animation from the time that I was used to. All that Ralph Bakshi, all that kind of psychedelic 70s trippy shit.
But also
this was laden with it.
The 70s Marvel animation.
Yeah.
I was getting a lot of like old school Spider-Man,
for sure,
like old Western superhero animation.
For sure.
And in fact, I mean, Devilman in general, you guys will totally get this. You guys might not out there, but you guys will totally get this. This to me felt like Image, but like anime.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
This would be an Image character.
Yeah.
I kind of even to be honest with you, was getting like Wolverine vibes from my dude.
But like if Image did Wolverine.
Yeah,
if
little
Image
gritty.
in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so not really at all.
Jordy did say Spawn, right?
I did.
100%.
Yeah, right?
100%.
So,
but I got that a few times, that it had this like 80s comic book grittiness to it.
For sure.
That felt very Western in a way.
Yeah. Definitely did.
Yeah. But anyway,
that's the world.
That's the world.
It, yeah. That's it. And the art too, to be honest with you. I think we covered both of those things.
Both.
I mean, some of the demons were kind of crazy. I mean, they didn't blow my mind, but they were unique and
the turtle was
cool.
pretty fucking sick.
Yeah,
the turtle
was sick.
Kind of fucking weird looking, dude, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's supposed to be. They're demons.
Yeah.
So
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, it was weird.
You know
Job well
is?
done.
Yeah.
It was a little unsettling. It also had the voice of like a Southern gentleman.
We'll get to that.
We're gonna get to.
I'm not gonna let that slide.
But here.
I'll say.
But the thing is, it's also very reminiscent of like you got these demons and monsters that are very kaiju looking, right? But at the same time, he's introducing all those other weird, fucked up body horror demons. Like you got the titty fang teeth, and you got like all these
the car. There's a demon that's just a car door.
Yeah,
just the door of a car is a demon. Yeah.
Right, and just also the way that like it's kind of like a dumbed down version of Tetsuo's, like when he goes all blobby.
There were some parts, some of the psychedelic parts specifically. Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah,
maybe this was an influence on Akira. I don't know.
I mean, the name
for sure.
The name's in there.
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, it's a very popular Japanese name, but
okay.
Yeah,
that's also very true. It's been in so many animes.
Yeah,
so many.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Andrew of Japanese names.
Okay.
I mean, I was talking to somebody on TikTok, and they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't name your kitty Yuko or something like that." And I was like, "Well, okay, which Yuko? Like from like this anime, this anime, this anime?"
Yeah. 200 Yukos. Yeah.
Funny. I didn't have any notes for music. I assume it was very 80s. I didn't write anything down for that.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't as prevalent as I was hoping it to be, but it was very reminiscent of the time.
Yeah.
It was horribly applied.
That
really?
I do remember that.
And edited in.
Yeah,
like
just
the editing
like
of the music. It could have been the dub. I don't know because, like I said, I haven't watched the sub yet, so I don't really know if the editing is much better. But there were whole sections where there was zero music. Mm-hmm. It was literally like pin drop silence in the background.
Yeah,
and then mid sentence. Like, not to create any sort of drama, more so like the editing cutting back in.
Yeah.
The music would just come back.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. And I'm like, now there's music in this scene? What the fuck is going on?
Yo, guys, I really think we should take like at least like maybe part one or part one or part two.
And redub it?
And redub it.
Ourselves?
Yeah, ourselves. Like, I'll put it up on the screen.
That'd be a good ass time, dude.
My only concern.
I'll edit it in.
Yeah.
I'll change the music too, so you have like Looney Tunes music or something.
Hell yeah.
My only concern is that I don't think there's any way we can make it funnier than it actually already is.
To us, maybe.
Right?
We'll have a good time, though.
I mean...
You're right. It's already kind of peak re-edited. It's already redubbed.
It already sounds like we did it.
Yeah. You're right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Hey,
you should shoot it.
Fuck off, let's get out of here.
Just shoot it.
I swear to God, it's so fucking bad.
If you can't go through with this, then you're a pussy.
Literally. Direct quotes, guys. You have to go watch this so you know.
Definitely.
They need a seance. They need to lose their rationale.
Dude, the quotes that stuck in your brain are killing me. Because they're not like that offensive or like weird.
It's kind of subtly off.
Just so like random, dude.
Gently off. Yeah.
Amazing.
Fucking
Amazing.
strange as shit, dude.
Okay, characters. Who do we
Yeah,
got?
man.
Oh,
Let's
God.
start at the top. Let's start with Akira, our Devilman, man.
Yeah.
So as we established earlier, he like starts
Sucks,
off
dude.
as your boy next door, right? He's
Dude
like
sucks.
Well, he's just fucking a janky character. Like, there's no through line, is the thing.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
He starts off like we said, meek, boy next door. You know, there's bullies, and then he just like walks off with his old best friend he hasn't seen in years.
Well, that was such a weird thing too. It was just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, no, I have to go with him. He needs me.
Dude.
It's like, I haven't seen this dude in fucking
The
years.
dude pulls a knife or whatever on his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta go with this guy.
Yeah.
I have to now immediately.
But not in like, I'm concerned that you just
bland.
fucking.
No, he did it so blandly. Yeah.
You just threatened my future
Yeah.
girlfriend. You like.
No,
hey.
it was done in the way that the writers needed some reason for
Yeah.
these two guys to be
they
together.
But they didn't
Yeah.
give a reason. They just did it. They just
Right.
made it happen.
so they couldn't come up with one.
So
and they're
they're
just like, fuck it.
Fuck, we don't need
Don't
a
need
reason.
it.
Just to go. Anyways, then he becomes Devilman, and he just becomes Devilman. Like, he's just a sassy asshole after that.
Are we just gonna gloss over how he becomes Devilman?
Yeah, because we'll get to that in the plot.
Okay.
But I'm saying as a character,
Yeah.
he just is Akira and then is Devilman. It's like
Yeah.
a one-to-one trade-off.
Yeah.
There's no remnant of his existing person left behind.
Yeah. And then
They're-
in part 2, he looks like one of the kids from The Outsiders.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's no introspection at any point. There's no
No.
There's no him grappling with it. He's just like
There's a little bit, they try to emphasize how meek he is, where like they show the dead bunnies and he's sad about it. And then later on he has to shoot that demon and he can't. He's scared to shoot the gun. So they do give you a little bit about how meek he really is, but then they just throw it the fuck away.
well,
Yeah.
like that's like I mean the meekness I find came out in him trying to control his powers,
Yeah,
right? To
sure.
bring them out on command, to bring
Yeah.
them out when he wanted to make them his, right? He sucked at that. Totally meek and meager in that way.
He did, yeah.
But
He
but when he found that power and when he used that power, there was no questioning it. There was no him being unsure. There was no like moral grappling with the idea
Yeah.
that he was this monster.
He's
now.
like, "Well, I guess I
he was
fuck
just like,
demons now.
This
Let's
is
fuck them up."
this is useful as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this all fucking time.
Yeah. I can
Let's
rip
go.
demons' throats apart and then talk shit to my girl. Fuck
Soak her
it.
tits.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Oh yeah.
Life is way better now.
Tits are soaking.
Yeah.
And like that is the character arc.
He just leaves the eyeliner on and the new hairstyle too because he likes it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, fuck,
Yeah,
Akira, I'm Devilman now.
Yeah, he's got
Fuck it.
perma eyeliner.
Yeah.
This is the evolution of our main character.
Yeah. It's working for
It's
him.
not good.
I think we should also at one point try to make our own anime. Like write the script.
Wow,
Like,
dude, it will be
plot.
the worst anime ever
We're
made.
just jumping from like redubbing shitty anime to making our entire own anime.
Mikey's a mangaka now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's
Guys,
go.
this podcast has hit the peak of its success. We're going to transition now
Yeah, we're
into
done.
making just straight up anime.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just gonna give it like fucking crazy long titles. Make sure there's a bus.
Yeah. And it's an
then
isekai.
it's-
A
yeah.
baseball episode, a,
baseball
cultural festival
festival,
episode,
A beach festival.
a beach festival
festival,
episode, and we're good to go.
Yeah, we're good.
Hell yeah.
All right.
You want to move on to the next caricature?
Yes.
Who
Let's
is
talk
it?
about Rio.
Rio.
Who I actually think there's more to that dude than we get. I feel like there's
I hope so.
I feel like he's a slow burn character in the franchise. I don't know. I also am not sure they're doing that in this franchise. It's possible they just don't do that.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
know, man.
I wish.
Yeah.
I honestly do wish, though, at some point he got some serious demon powers.
I think he did. I think he's being coy about it, dude. Because he's so cool and confident about the demon shit from the get-go. You know what I mean? I feel like he would get a demon and be like, okay. And then slow play it. You know
He
what I mean?
did seem very at home in
Yeah.
the chaos of
Yeah.
everything. Like,
And
he
we
didn't
know his
feel
dad was
put
studying
off.
it. And so
Yeah.
he's been around it and shit. But like, there's more to him, man. And then part of me thinks he's fucking with Akira the whole time. The way he like just like leads
he-
him along.
Do you think he's just kind of like a mad scientist, like going after like his dad's legacy and being like experimenting on Akira and pretending to be friends.
Well, kind of. I also think he literally knows 0 other human beings. You know what I mean? I think he's been only doing this his whole life. And when this came about and he needs some pure-hearted human being, he's like, who do I know? Well, I know that one guy.
Yeah.
Let me get him.
Yeah, let's fuck with him.
Yeah. There we go, man.
Let's bring him to a seance.
Yeah.
Where everybody's naked and partying.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have only one other character that I think is worth spending time on, and that's the sexy demon bird lady.
Yes.
Whoa.
What do you want to talk about? His girlfriend with the soaking tits?
Yeah, man.
Why though? She's
There's
just
not really
she's
much
just
there.
a regular old anime girl.
Dude, it's the tits that are soaked.
Good point. Okay, moving on now.
Thank you.
Sexy demon bird lady, who by the way is topless all day.
Yes.
From the moment you meet her.
Those tits need to be soaked,
Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah.
But like, if you're a demon, do you need to wear anything?
No, you also don't want to soak your tits. You want those dirty old demon tits stinking up the room
It's,
when you arrive.
it's obviously so much more
Man,
off-putting
it
that
is
she's
gonna be so.
topless.
I think it's gonna be so hard to find highlights of this one.
Maybe, dude.
The whole
So,
episode.
one thing I'll say about her, dude, the irony that she looks kind of angelic while she's the big bad against Devilman, who's a demon,
Yes.
was kind of, I hope, on purpose because it set a vibe a little
Yes.
bit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I thought that was kind of cool. Also, the sexual tension with her and Devilman, like she wants to fuck him bad for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah,
right?
there is some tension there. I definitely felt
Then
that.
you learn that it's actually a weird kind of love triangle because that fucking weird rhinoceros wants to fuck her.
Yeah, okay.
And
Dude.
then hold on, they merge to become the creepiest centaur I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. So I will. Okay.
Dude, what is that thing, man? What is that thing, dude?
I don't know.
The way he just walks up.
And cuts his
Yeah.
head off?
He just
with his tail.
he just
Yeah.
strolls up.
Not
Yeah.
even like just
No pretense, no
Yeah.
nothing. He just walks up.
There was pretense because she like asked Lord Satan to help her out.
And Satan sent her that?
and this guy just walks out.
yeah, slowly.
You
More of a
don't
saunter.
learn that this is Satan. You don't learn that this is Satan's right hand dude.
All you learn is
Yeah.
it's some demon that
that
they
he
used
just
to have a thing.
shows up.
Yeah.
He just pops out and is like, "I've always loved you.
Yeah.
Take my body."
Yeah. Pretty much.
Here,
But-
I'm gonna rip
Yeah.
my head off.
But it's a gamble.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
And
of
we'll get
course.
into that in plot.
Yeah.
Because the gamble is so ass pulled.
Okay.
Dude, it's the weirdest ending of all time
Dude.
for her, man.
We'll get into it.
Okay,
Okay,
I think what we need to do though after this is we do need to watch Devilman Crybaby because they definitely polish everything.
I might quit the podcast.
Honestly, if we had watched this first, that demon bird lady centaur with the rhino body would have been our Excalibur.
Oh
Like that's my husbando.
No, this podcast wouldn't have gone past episode
We'd be
9
yeah,
if this was the first one we did.
Yeah.
You would not have continued.
No, he would have. He would have.
I would have, yeah.
Yeah,
Good. You're brave.
yeah.
Yeah. I
If
am.
this is how I,
He's
if
a-
this,
Dude,
if this
he's
was your intro to all anime,
because
Yeah.
dude, accidental comedy. I'm dying at all of this shit, dude. I'm
I
laughing my ass
guess,
off.
man.
Yeah.
I guess
It's funny, man.
So Jordy's secretly as fucked up as I am when it comes to watching this shit.
I wouldn't say as, but closer than Jay.
yeah. Yeah. Jay has a lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All right.
anyways, yes.
Let's move on from
Devilman
characters.
Crybaby. We're gonna
Let's
watch it
get into the
eventually.
plot of this fucking weird fucking show. So it opens up peacefully. We're in this psychedelic past world, okay? And there's like a horde of fairies, and they suddenly just get eaten by a bunch of bizarre monsters.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. And then there's like a super fairy who's like blasting everyone away with very magic powers. And then
the
she
circle
leaves
of
on a
life.
spaceship. She like gets on a spaceship and leaves. And then suddenly we like fast forward to Earth and there's these cave explorers and monsters are coming out of the rocks and everyone's dead. That's like the first minute and a half of the show.
yeah, timed maybe.
Yeah.
90 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. We do find out later that those dead people like in the rocks are Akira's parents. They were like explorers. So there's like some precedence for there. And then we like are suddenly jumped to a close-up shot of a dead bunny. Which is the whole situation there of those opening sequences was really jarring. I was very confused. Not sure what I was watching, but I kind of knew what I was in for.
It set the precedent.
It sets the tone.
Yeah, it
you
sets
know?
the
A
tone.
little
Well, the
bit.
dialogue wastes no time at being just completely fucking absurd.
Yeah, immediately, because right away when I see that dead bunny, my brain goes, "Oh, good," and Akira comes out and goes, "Oh no." That's That's how he responds.
just like that, so dry.
In that tone.
So monotone.
And then we get some more funny dialogue because these two fucking potty mouth bullies come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember what the fuck they're saying to him, but they want the last living rabbit. And Akira literally stands up and looks at them and goes, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like literally like a 7-year-old kid who just learned
Yeah.
how to say "fuck you," who's running around to everybody and being like "fuck you."
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Fuck you,
Yeah,
fucker.
totally. Anyways, they beat the shit out of him for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I guess the girlfriend saves him.
Yeah.
And they go off together to like take care of his wound, and that's another awkward interchange. Like it was just so painfully awkward watching them interact with each other.
Oh yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
But I
Every
think-
interaction they had, I think I hated.
Yeah.
But again, I also believe like that as far as pacing and how the animation goes, it is very reminiscent of the time.
Sure.
Right? Like you remember the fucking like Gundam episode we did, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
It was reminiscent of that. You're right. That
Yeah.
awkward kind of interactions where there's more looking than talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. It was more prevalent at the time, but I can't excuse it because there was plenty that wasn't like that
Yeah.
at the time as well.
Fair enough.
So it wasn't like they had to suck. You know what I mean? Like they could have been good.
No, they chose to suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a choice.
Decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, let's make a shitty one this time.
Let's suck it up.
Yeah. Okay, so after that weird, awkward interchange where she's like tending to his wound, this like strange dude in a trench coat walks slowly out of the woods, very slowly, and no one's saying anything.
Red
and he
flags
comes out,
everywhere.
and out of nowhere, Akira goes, "Oh, it's my old best friend Rio." And Rio's like, "Hey, you got to come with me." And Mickey's like, "Don't go with that guy." And Akira's like, and then Rio pulls a knife on her, and Akira's like, I gotta go. I have to go with this guy. Yeah.
Now.
He's got a knife.
Yeah.
Making no sense. So then Rio kind of explains his dad's dead, right? The dad apparently like lost his mind, killed their dog, tried to kill him.
Yeah.
And then tried to suicide himself because he couldn't control the demon that he melded with.
Yes.
So we finally get a little bit of the story that's going on here, okay? So the dad found like a tunnel into the bowels of the earth and found this artifact, which is a huge, like, creepy demon head, which if you go inside of it, sends you back in time. And we get a quick little DMT trip.
Yes.
Okay.
We definitely did.
Great way to put it.
Yeah, which involves like a mutated insect humanoids and dinosaurs and a bunch of death and brutality. And then Akira comes back out and he's like, I'm in. Fuck you, I'm in.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
Pretty
fuck
much
you, I'm
immediately.
in.
Yeah. So Rio's convinced that
no second thought.
no, none, dude. He's in. Rio's convinced that like demons are still around, and apparently like an old explorer found the king of the demons, and like the way he kind of explains it, dude, is that like global warming is bringing the demons back. Like they've been stuck in the earth, and now polar ice caps are melting, and demons are like coming out of the ice.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense considering the whole thing started in prehistoric times.
Yeah.
To show that there was demons
Yeah.
and monsters or whatever.
Bit of an ass pull, if you ask me, but it made me giggle at the very least. Yeah.
It was frozen in the ice.
Yeah. It's definitely more than an ass pull, but
No, I would say it's an ice pull.
womp, womp. I should ice you right now.
What's up? What's up? That was for you and you and you, and you guys can thank me by subscribing to our channel.
Oh, you bastard!
I did it again.
You
I did it
bastard.
again. I stole it again. For real
Yes.
though, please like and subscribe. guys.
Yes. Tell a friend about us if you like our content. All that good stuff. It really helps us out.
Do it up.
Got
Yes.
him.
Say hi to us somewhere
Fuck.
where you find us.
It's because I totally forgot to do it.
I just looked at the time and I was like, okay, it's time.
I knew, and I just let it go. I watched you fail.
Yeah. Fuck you, man.
You piece of shit.
Hey, I'm just vibing.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, fuck you, man.
You say that with the vigor of someone who just learned how to say that. Yeah.
Say it like a devil man.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had our little DMT trip, and suddenly, just out of nowhere, very poignantly and timely, there's demons in the house.
Yes.
There's like a weird like octopus demon, and this is where we get one of my favorite lines where Rio goes, "Fucking A, run for it." And they run for it. They escape in a very specific Audi.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah. And then it turns out that the Audi actually is also a demon.
Yep.
They got to shoot it, and this is that scene I said earlier where Akira has to shoot the door, and he's going, shoot it, and he won't shoot it, and then he does, and it like fucks him up. And it's like shooting the gun is more intense for him than being scared of the demons.
Right.
Which again is addressing the like, general like softness
His
and meekness
timidness.
and timidness. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they go back to the house, which to me is like a dumb move. There was just demons there. There's probably more.
Yeah, I didn't get that part. I'm like,
Well,
you ran away.
You know why they had to go back? Because the house is the scene of the underground science lab, which is
that's
also the
true.
scene of the underground rave / orgy / whatever the fuck you want to call that. It's all happening down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is the part where I knew it was getting really fucking intense.
Yeah.
Because, like...
It did start to get a little kind of good here, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the whole part where, like, Rio just takes a broken bottle and just fucking cuts people. And
Murdering people. People are
like,
screaming, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And this is where Rio explains to him, like, we have to join with one like my dad tried to do. That's the only way we can defeat the demons. And also, in order to do it and make it work, you have to be a righteous young man of prosperous nature.
Yeah.
Which I guess Akira is.
I mean, but it's like, okay, so you are that, but then you're indulging in like this seance.
You got to be that and then let it go to summon the demon and merge with it.
Yeah.
But you have to have that foundation in order for it to work properly. Otherwise, the demon just takes you over and controls you. And then you try and kill your kid and kill your dad.
Then there's no introspection on that.
None.
That battle,
No.
that debate, that internal debate. You don't see that.
That's it.
It's just, okay, I'm in. It's once again, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, that's it.
Once again with everything, like with him getting involved in the demon stuff, and then also with him merging
partying his brains out and
he's
murdering
just like,
people
let's
and merging
fucking
with the
do
demon.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it was by off chance too, because everything, that whole thing is by chance.
Yeah.
It may or may not happen.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking king of the demons.
And it does happen. And he literally, like, transforms and screams, "I've done it! I'm Devilman!" He just screams it out into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just that though, like proclaiming himself as Devilman.
Yeah.
Like not Lucifer.
Let me think about this for a second. Hold on, let me think about this. I merged with the devil. I was a man. I'm Devilman.
Literally, dude.
Yeah, that's literally
They couldn't use a single like traditional demon name.
It could have said man devil. That would have been worse.
You know what though? Okay, I'm gonna give it a point here, just because it's like, at the time, like especially when the manga came out, right? You were getting like, even in the Marvel world, Spider-Man.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Superman.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? Batman.
Devilman. You're right. But
100%.
none of those guys transformed and screamed into the air. I'm Spider-Man!
No, because Image Comics didn't exist yet.
Yeah,
You're right.
not yet.
You're right.
You'd get those characters in North America in like the 90s.
Okay, fair
Japan
enough.
just did it a little bit early.
You're right. Yeah, Trailblazers.
For real though, like I
Yeah.
totally agree, Mikey.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Okay, so after he turns into Devilman, he just starts punching demons in half, literally. And he essentially like wipes the whole place out. And during all this, Ryu's wondering if Akira is actually in control. And then at the end, when all the other demons who were the partygoers are dead, basically he turns kind of like back to normal, but still kind of with shoulder markings and eyeliner.
Wait, this is also when they all the body horror happens.
Yeah. This is an intense scene of body horror.
Yeah.
Everyone's transforming and getting ripped to shreds all at the same time.
Yeah, and there's so many tentacles.
Yeah.
And there's also
blood. Yeah,
and then
and
there's
colors.
and like half like someone's face on top of a demon's face,
Yeah.
and like
It's fucking
gore,
bonkers,
It's gore
man.
heaven.
It's bonkers.
Yeah.
And when it's all done, he looks down and Rio's dead. And he like stands over the body and screams, "Why, God?" But it's the same audio clip just 3 times in a row. He didn't bother to record it 3 different times. Just once.
Yeah, there's no nuance in there at all.
Yeah. And then that's the end. And I'm thinking at the time when I watched this that I'm done.
Yeah.
And the credits for some reason have Stonehenge
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird choice.
And then Mikey informed me, to my chagrin, that I was not done, and there's a part 2. And so then we watched part 2.
Thanks, Carlo.
Yeah, buddy. So part 2 opens up. Akira's living at Mika's house, I guess. Does he like not have a family? He just lives there.
well, his parents died
in the
the
they were explorers, remember?
All right, that's true. You're right. Okay, so he lives there. There's a mysterious phone call for him, and into the sewer we
Yeah.
go.
I gotta go.
Into the sewer.
And it's just the fucking turtle saying, "Come to me."
Ironic though that the
Come to
turtle
me.
demon phoned him.
didn't even make that connection.
Like
That's
on the
true.
telephone.
That is so true.
On a telephone, dude, on a home phone line.
I don't
Oh, yeah,
know.
on a
My
landline.
brain, like as self-defense, would like, I was like, oh, it's telepathy. It's telepathy.
No, the phone rings. He picks it up. It's the turtle demon.
Come to me.
I can't believe I didn't make that connection.
Come and find me.
Yeah, find me.
Come and find me.
His voice kills me, man.
Come to me.
And he goes into the sewer, dude. And there's the turtle demon, and his shell is made of dead people, including
Yeah,
I don't need them.
I don't need it.
I don't need them because killing people's wrong.
Yeah.
You hear?
I
dude.
eat people to survive.
He literally has the voice of the colonel.
Yeah.
And I'll keep them alive. I do.
Oh my god, dude.
Now I'm gonna get you, devil man.
And he does, because Akira kills one and starts freaking out, and there's some psychological torture going on. You killed him.
Yeah. You killed
What
him.
could have possibly motivated the decision to make him a Southern Belle? Dude,
I don't know, dude.
would somebody just being like turtles, the South,
That makes sense.
Oh my god.
Alabama,
It makes sense.
duh, it's a no-brainer, guys.
Yeah. Dude, that killed me.
I
man.
could not fucking believe my ears when
He's
he
a
was
southern gentleman, that turtle demon.
Yeah.
I say, devil man,
mean,
get
he
back
He sits
here.
in his rocking chair on his porch with his shotgun.
He's making some good points though.
Yeah,
Right?
the psychological torture is on point. That was I
Yeah.
actually thought that was a cool twist, because you didn't expect to see that in a show like this up until now. You expect murder, gore, fight, and he's fucking with him.
Yeah.
He's actually, for the first time, Jay, playing with the nuance that he's still human in there.
Yes.
Inside
It
Devilman.
does come out there for a moment.
Right?
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. And again, this is maybe not the first time, but it's definitely one of the earlier renditions of that trope.
Yeah.
Of that, like, I'm going to torture you with your family or with your lost loved ones or with the thing that is the dearest to you. I'm going to make you relive this moment.
We saw it recently.
Face them down. Demon Slayer does it. Demon Slayer does it multiple times.
I was going to say memories.
Memories, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
100%,
memories.
100%.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of series that will do that, where the protagonist will end up facing down, their history, their memories.
Totally.
Inuyasha does it with his mother.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
Constantly.
And so what happens here is the mom actually somehow proves she's actually dead by giving Akira like a vision of her actual death.
Yeah.
So he like gets to witness it and see it, and then
he
he
has
like
to watch
watch
that.
it.
he literally
Yeah.
then proceeds to elbow her in the face. Like that's his next move.
Yeah, but like you're right. Like
Yeah.
he ends up looking away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she explains like, no. Like, in order for you to really fully fight with the true like rage and like evil of Devilman,
Totally.
you need to understand and see what happened to me. You need to feel
Yeah.
the emotions
Yeah.
that are going to help you fight to your fullest,
Yeah.
right? And it was like,
It's like she forced the truth on him.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it was
sure.
it was kind of a little moment of brilliance in this whole shit
It's
show.
intense, dude. And as a result of it, you do get that rage and like intensity
Yeah.
of Devilman as he literally tears that turtle apart, and then afterwards he like sheds a tear, man.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken,
He does.
He sheds a fucking
Yeah,
tear.
and then he like goes nuts and like punches a wall.
Exactly. And then they
Yeah.
zoom out and you realize Devilman's bare from the butt, from the waist down.
Oh, it's full blown
Yeah.
naked.
Devilman doesn't wear pants.
Naked.
Yeah.
Naked body.
Yeah.
No,
but
not my shell.
I say my shell.
My shell. I said my shell.
Don't do that.
You're killing them.
Yeah. I don't kill them, but you sure are. Like it's
Holy
so
shit,
fucking
dude.
bad, dude.
Yeah.
What I will say though, like there's one part where he ends up underwater and the turtle swims up and like bites his arm and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
huge gash and like blood I'm like, I like that it wasn't just the psychological edge to this thing that like
he was fierce too.
like he was
Yeah.
like a fucking real like freaky monster as
Yeah.
well. Like,
and like real unsettling looking. The faces on his shell. Something even about his turtley beak was fucking
eyeballs
gross. He
was
has
very
eyeballs.
gross.
It was reminiscent of that DMT trip when they sent
Yeah,
us
yeah,
back in
yeah.
the past
Yep.
to see the demons, which like is kind of on brand. It was
Yeah, his eyeballs are kind of like a slug's eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like moving around in the
Gross.
weird way.
Yeah,
disgusting.
But overall, a very memorable like villain in the whole
for
show.
sure. Minus his stupid ass voice.
Now, what was wrong with his voice now, son? You tell me now, what's wrong with his voice now, son?
Honestly, we should redo it. 'Cause that's the voice of the turtle now. Yeah.
We don't use that kind of language here, son.
You killed your mom, son. All right, so after this, we find out that Rio never died, but we never get any of that backstory. He's just in the hospital. We visit him.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, made me so
Oh
mad.
my god.
And this is where I'm actually thinking and pretty solidified in my concept. If anyone out there fucking knows, you can tell me because I don't give a shit. But I think for
Yes,
sure.
Tell me, even though that I don't care.
I don't care about spoilers, is what I'm saying, because
Oh, okay,
I think
okay,
he's
okay.
got to be a demon to be revealed in the future to have survived that shit. Like, I don't know.
It does change in Devilman Crybaby.
All right.
Like I said, that was originally the one that I wanted us to watch.
Yeah.
But I'm actually kind of happy that we didn't.
Me too. Because this is a fucking riot.
I'm only happy if we don't have to watch Crybaby now.
What if we watch it in
we have
dub?
I'm
to
only
watch
happy
Crybaby.
if we're actually done
Done
with Devilman.
with Devilman?
Oh, we have to
That's
watch
where I'm
Crybaby.
happy.
He's been
We have
completely
to watch
soured on the
Crybaby.
entire franchise because that one Southern gentleman's voice.
I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking take Crybaby and redub the entire thing in that one voice.
Just southern accents.
Everyone? Yeah.
Honestly, to be honest, I think I probably would like Crybaby. I assume like most anime, it has gotten better.
You
Oh
hope.
yeah.
You hope.
Stylistically, it's awesome.
It probably
Yeah.
comes and goes and ebbs and flows. I'm sure there's better and worse iterations of Devilman, but
Yeah.
there's got to be some gold in there.
On the other hand, I could just rewatch Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid again and have a much better time, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see.
I'm gonna redub that one too.
All Southern bells.
Southern Kana.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
kawaii.
It would make sense. They're already dressed like maids. They would fit in.
They are, oh my god.
Yeah,
so
there you
true.
go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
so moving on. So this is where we get in and we meet this sexy bird demon who's really pissed at Akira and after him. And we don't really know why. I guess just the audacity that he's killing demons. She's mad about that. And I'm thinking if we want to throw back to other old episodes we've done, that she's the mom of the bird from Monster Musume.
Monster Musume? No.
Which means that she once orgasmed an egg out and made that little creepy child sexy bird.
Oh, good god.
No, that's fucked up. But
Think about it.
yeah, but
Crossover.
she's also like the one who inspired a lot of designs around that, especially
The wings on her head.
like
A lot
What-
of harpy designs.
yeah,
are
but
kinda like that.
with the mom from fucking Kill la Kill. Yuragyo, right? Like she very reminiscent of that,
Okay.
right?
Interesting.
Yep, I could see it. Totally.
Okay, so we got a beach scene, which,
Yes.
you know, you got to get one of the trifecta of odd scenes. So we get beach. And so we're at the beach, and the girlfriend, what's her, Mika or Mickey or whatever,
Mika,
she
yeah.
randomly, like, disappears. And suddenly Akira's, like, transported to a different place. And he's standing around, looking around, and he's confused. And he goes, oh, of course. These must be the memories of the demon I melded with. He just knows.
Yeah.
And just blurts it out like an idiot. And then he's like tripping fucking balls, and his girlfriend's nude, and she's being stabbed by Rio, and then by him, and then impaled, and basically like all signs are pointing to she's in danger.
Yes.
Is basically what that vision
Yeah.
means, right? And then I guess we find out we were like never at the beach.
Yeah, we
that
were
was
in a
all
dream.
hallucination.
Yeah.
Which
Or a
I love when TV
premonition.
does that. I love when TV does that. Yeah, never mind.
Gotcha.
Never mind about that.
Psych.
Oh, we got you
Yeah,
good.
no,
Psych.
never mind about that. Back to your show now.
Yeah, and then we got a much better scene. After
Yeah,
that.
we got a really oddly sexual encounter. We get, I'll soak your tits for you.
Yeah, we got. You should change your panties.
Yeah,
Legendary
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
Absolutely legendary scene.
yeah.
The
Which
fact
like,
that she then turns around and walks into the next room and she's just like, I wish he would soak my tits.
I actually think that weirdly enough,
Killed me,
like
dude.
it's a
Killed
bit,
me.
it's a bit of a healthier relationship than they
Yeah.
probably used to have.
Yeah.
because for the first time they might actually fuck. Whereas before, I think he probably didn't have the balls to say he wanted to.
Yeah.
The honesty is there at least.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
What feels weird though is it feels like, especially between part 1 and part 2, there was a big time skip, but there really wasn't. If you're looking at Rio's like.
I didn't read it as a time skip at all.
Oh really?
I thought it was like, meh, meh, we're here.
Yeah, what made you think time skip?
just because of the design, right? So like. Akira's body was bigger, more
Oh, you
muscly,
think he's been working out
and like
fucking demons up?
and same with Rio. Like
Yeah.
he was taller and
That could have been the 3 years of time that passed between
You think
the
that's more
actual-
animation than plot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
style.
yeah,
that could have
style-wise,
just style
I could see that.
evolving.
Yeah.
You've got 3 more years of Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, that's fair.
You're like, we need
by
to
that
step our
point.
shit up. These guys are killing us.
Literally, Goku's gigantic. He would wipe the floor with Devilman.
Yeah.
We need to change that.
Yeah, these guys are killing us.
I don't know. It could have been that. Could have not been. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, it felt like I could see what Mikey's saying. It felt like there was a bit of a step up as far as their heroicness. Devilman even is a bit more jacked.
And like the fight scenes are a little bit more intricate. It's not just like slash and hack and slash.
Yeah, a little bit more choreographed.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Okay, so after this weird, fucking very weird sexual encounter with very strange dialogue that clearly was not written by an English-speaking person, she's naked in the bath, and there's this like creepy demon watching her. And I have to say at this point, one note I had that's completely unrelated to the show at all is like Japanese bathrooms are dope as hell, dude.
Oh, yeah, they are, man.
It's like one giant shower. You can just splash around in there and do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Why don't we have that?
It's not as common. Some people do have it.
I want to build one of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang out in there. You can splash around before you even get in the bath.
That's actually a very common thing all in Asia.
Yeah. Every like public like change room at a pool is like that.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called, though. There's a word for it.
It's sick as hell, whatever you call it. Anyways, mom and dad are in the walls.
Yeah.
For some reason.
And slowly moving through.
Yeah.
Partially.
Partially.
Yeah. And it's creeping the hell out of everyone in the house. And then the demon grabs Mika.
Yeah.
And Devilman's in action now, and he's fighting this slug demon. And actually, the bird demon takes the other demon out.
Yes.
Because she's like, yo, I'm going to fight this guy. Leave him alone, basically.
Yeah. This one's mine.
Yeah.
She's the demons don't always cooperate. That's
apparently
for sure.
not, right? Yeah. She's also like huge. Like her shape, her size changes at different times. Which is like, I guess demons can do that or whatever.
Yep.
And then out of nowhere, Rio shows up and shoots her.
Yeah.
And she's flying off, and then Devilman's off, and they're fighting in the air now because I guess Devilman can fly, apparently.
Of course he can.
No, he could fly in the first part, too.
Could he?
Yeah, you see his wings.
I don't remember.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I believe you. Don't
one note I will make about some of the art, considering I hated most of it.
Yeah.
There was a few moments where they're flying around, chasing after each other.
Yeah.
Where a lot of like maybe the character design and some of like the imagery felt very reminiscent of like a lot of old like woodblock prints from like the like 17 and 1800s.
Interesting.
Where they were depicting devils as men, but with like giant like dragon wings, basically,
crazy.
giant bat wings.
Okay.
A lot of depictions of Lucifer and the fallen angels, more or less look like Devilman without the stupid headpiece.
Yeah.
But with that like, you
don't like it?
that like that like chiseled body, but with like the big black wings.
Yeah.
It was like a very religious
Big black what?
wings.
Oh, okay.
Wings, Jordy.
Yeah, I got you.
Flapping wings.
Flapping what?
Wings. But yeah, so I did pick up on that a few times, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like maybe an angle that I wish they had leaned into more, was like the religious iconography.
Sure.
And the religious
those
art
big
aspect.
murals that you see in like churches and things like that.
Exactly.
It was, I
do
think,
feel
probably
that.
the best looking scene of the whole thing when they're
course.
flying through the air.
the
There's
fucking
also
climax.
like a mushroom cloud at one point explosion, which
Yes.
is like kind of cool looking. And they're teleporting around at some point.
That fucked me up. I was like, at what point when you're flying around and you're fighting?
Mikey, that fucked you up?
Yeah, because
We've come this far, and that fucked you up?
I told you, man.
I had to pause there. Let me tell you.
a second. I was fine when the turtle had dead people in the shell.
Yeah, I was fine. But this fucked me up, not in like the sense that it wasn't horrific. It's just like why are you implementing that mechanic now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like after everything, it's like, oh, why didn't they use teleportation before to like, blink behind the person or whatever? It just felt like they ran out of things for the fight scene, and they're trying to drag it out more. So okay, so let's put in teleportation.
That's a really interesting opinion you have on random uses of magic in anime, Mikey.
You know what? Go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fuck
Just
you.
gonna say, dude. That's a very interesting opinion you have. I never thought about that before.
What's crazy is they actually segue from that to an even more ridiculous inclusion.
The severed arm?
Oh yeah, the severed
Well,
arm.
that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But that leads us eventually pretty much right into our tribute, our lover rhinoceros.
Yeah.
man from
Yes.
the
Pretty
water,
much, yeah. Yeah.
Which again felt like we don't know what to do with this final battle.
He also, can we just
We don't
say
know
for a
how to
second,
end it.
this rhinoceros has like a tiny humanish head,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a little face.
Little tiny humanish
strange.
face on a rhino's body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just horrific to look at.
Yeah.
And he explains to Our Lady that there's a 50-50 chance
Yeah. This is not
that
going to
it's
work.
going to work out.
Yeah.
Depends whose consciousness takes over.
Yeah.
Yes. But the weird thing
And
is
here-
like
do you remember-
the love part. Like why go there?
They needed a reason for him to kill himself for her to merge with them.
No, but you don't need a reason because they already gave you that reason at the beginning.
They could also just remove that rhino altogether, thrown it away.
Yep.
And just had her continue to fight Devilman.
Yes.
And end it that way.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have worked fine, right?
Look, I'm okay with them fusing together and having this weird, grotesque centaur.
You're okay with them fusing together, but teleportation, no.
Okay, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I just want to clarify.
I'm just being, I don't know why I have such a weird hang up on the teleportation.
It's all
but
right.
I do.
I understand.
It's just strange. But everything else kind of made sense because if you think about Devilman like throwing fire, laser beams, whatever, I'm sure teleportation does make sense, but it just felt forced.
Sure.
But what I am saying is that when she was like, "Hey, Satan,
help me,
Satan,"
Yeah.
like that was all the reason to have this person come and fuse with her.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
But who is he?
He's just a demon that used to love them.
I know, but like Satan, help me. Why doesn't Satan show up? Why doesn't maybe?
Hey,
why doesn't
I love you?
Why don't they maybe bring in a character? Why couldn't they bring in a character maybe that they had like previously introduced,
or that's like a
teased,
little fierce or scary looking,
or somebody with some importance earlier in the story? This is a character who has zero inclusion in the story whatsoever prior to this exact moment that he is just summoned.
Yeah.
And he is summoned only to die and take our main villain with him.
Yeah.
That was his whole purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
You cannot justify his inclusion in this at all.
No.
You know what? They needed a mechanism to have the centaur looking fucking monster.
Why couldn't she just have a form that she transformed into?
Because
Satan, help me. Okay, he injects her with Satan power, and now she transforms.
Why not just
does it have to be a rhinoceros man coming out of the water and saying that he loves her?
Yeah. A little bit of heart. A little bit of heart.
They're trying to humanize the demons.
At this point, we're going to humanize her. Hold on.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Wait, guys. We've got passion here. Passion.
Passion. You actually think that was an honest attempt at injecting some heart into this story?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
I don't believe that in one shape or form.
I didn't fucking think so.
I don't believe that at all for a second.
Yeah, it was honestly, it was arguably I would say probably the most infuriating part of the whole watch.
See, everything you found infuriating, I found hilarious. I was laughing so hard, dude, because then at the end, what happens is they do gore Devilman right through the chest with the horn, and then they die. The centaur, thinking they won. And when they die, the way they die is just to stand still suddenly.
Yeah, they're like petrified.
They just stand still suddenly, thinking they won,
grin.
but they didn't.
Yeah.
Just looking into nothing.
That's it, man.
That's it.
And they say it's because the consciousness that took over was hers, which carried over all of her injuries.
Yes.
And therefore they died together.
But they didn't die. They just stopped. Mm-hmm. And that's literally the end, dude.
Of my life.
The end, dude. That's the end. Literally, my note was, is this even an ending?
Yeah, it was great.
An ending of what?
Okay.
What's it an ending of?
I want to back up just a second here because I want to talk about the part where Rio just comes out of nowhere thinking he got a telepathic message.
Yeah.
And then he gets fucking hammered by the Talon. How did he not die from that?
I think he's a demon, dude.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's a demon.
Plot armor.
Yeah.
He's
a demon, bro.
He's a main character.
They're all demons.
All the main characters get a few extra hit points.
Yeah.
Just how it goes.
Oh, man. Anyways.
Anyway.
Closing thoughts. Again, my main one is this is an accidental comedy. That saved this movie for me. There wasn't really much else to save it. Mm-hmm. The dub was hilarious. The blunders were hilarious. Mm-hmm. That's about it, man.
What do you give it out of 10?
I gave it a 7.5, but again, like I said, all my points would make the creators furious because none of them are for reasons that they're proud of.
Okay,
Zero.
If you were to judge this as a non-comedic work, what would you give it out of 10?
Way less than I did, dude.
Okay.
Way less than I did, yeah. The points are purely because I laughed at it and I was looking forward to laughing at it with you guys.
Yeah.
That's
it,
fair.
man.
That's fair. Yeah. What about you, Jay?
I obviously fucking hated this.
No, you hated this?
Yeah.
Hate's a strong word, man.
It
You
is.
might have disliked it.
No, I hated it.
Yeah.
Hate is the correct word here. It's a poignant word. I honestly I'm glad that I've seen this in the sense that I feel like as an anime connoisseur, you should see this.
Yeah.
Not just for the legacy that Devilman carries, but just for the legacy that shitty dubs carry, and this is really right up there as far as some of the most hilariously bad dubbing I've ever heard, and for that reason alone, it's honestly kind of worth the watch. Don't get me wrong,
it, guys.
Don't get me wrong. That's not lost on me. That is not lost on me.
But you should watch it in general, just for the history lesson.
Sure. And some of the creature design, like I said, was pretty fucking cool. But overall, I'm not gonna give it a jokey score out of 10 because as much as I laughed, I also hated so deeply. So I'm gonna try and give this an honest one and kind of overlook the shittiness of the dub and just look at this from the creators, what they were putting out there, and I give it a 5 out of 10.
5. Actually,
that's not a hateful score.
Yeah, that's not a hateful score. That's actually better than I thought you were going to give it because of how passionately you disliked this.
For the time that it came out and for the things that I can see that it clearly influenced. I mean, good for Devilman.
Yeah. Good for Devilman.
Yeah. Carlo?
The disdain that he has for you right now.
Yeah. We gotta talk, dude.
This is a bad first introduction for you two.
No, I'm just joking. I love you, Carlo. I don't even know you, and I love you.
Yeah, Carlo's a man.
Yeah.
For me, I have to give it extra points because I know how prolific this was
legacy.
And how the legacy and the influence, right, and having it kind of get rebooted and all that stuff. It's like how people may not know of Astro Boy as much these days, right? And how prolific Astro Boy was. So I also just really enjoyed the fucking creepy body horror.
Yeah, because you're a fucking creep, my dude.
No, fuck you. I'm not a creep.
8 out of 10 because I was hard when I watched it.
Shut the fuck up.
Loses points because I didn't get as hard as I did in Made in Abyss, but getting close.
I hate both of you so much.
What's your score, Mikey?
I give this one a 7 out of 10.
I scored it higher than all of you. I laughed the hardest, I guess.
I think you did. I think you did laugh the hardest out of this. But I did enjoy it. There's some good moments. The dub is definitely the one to go with.
If you're in the mood for a silly dub, guys, definitely check this one out. It'll make you laugh.
Having, you know what? This is the one that you go and you want to watch a B-list movie and get drunk, turn it into a drinking game.
Sure.
And
that'd be
it's
fun.
fucking amazing.
Every time I say fuck, drink,
drink.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck you.
you'd be dead.
Fuck you.
You'd be fucking done.
Yeah.
Toast.
You'd be toast.
How many times do you think we said fuck in this?
I don't fucking know, but I'm fucking done with this fucking show for fucking ever.
All right, guys. Where can people find you, Jordy?
At Reaching In on fucking Instagram.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hanger.91 on Instagram and fucking hanger91.bigfuckingcartel.com. Get some fucking art prints.
Also, go check out fucking Never Not Kittens.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fucking cats, bro.
Yeah,
Kittens fucking rule.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Help save some kittens. They're a nonprofit. They
For
do
fucking
great
real,
work.
yeah.
Do some great work.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Korean Barbecue 86, but I'll most likely be on fucking TikTok, fucking around.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking Discord.
This guy fucks.
At Shmanime. Holy fuck. Okay, I want somebody to tell me if they've turned this into a fucking drinking game. How many times you said fuck so far?
Oh, we should put a disclaimer at the top and tell them they should.
Fuck,
Yeah.
fuck,
So
fuck,
that we
fuck,
get
fuck,
down
fuck,
here.
fuck, fuck,
Yeah,
fuck,
this-
fuck, fuck,
This
fuck,
is the point where you finish your drink. Okay,
yeah.
anyways, I love you guys.
We fucking love you.
We fucking love you.
Fucking
Anime,
A,
fucking
buds.
Shmanime. Peace.
Bye.